This episode of The In-Between is intended for mature audiences and includes topics such as emotional, sexual, and physical violence. Testimony shared by guests of the show is their own and does not reflect the views of Mel Barrett or Ruby Grace Productions. Listener discretion is advised.
Thank you for calling the Lebanon County Municipal Building.
Hey guys, it's Mel. I know you were expecting the next episode of From Victim to Accused, the Veronika Rodriguez story, and I promise it's coming. But I need to hit pause on the investigative episodes for just a minute. This case literally fell into my lap 2 weeks ago, and I've done my best to sort through Veronika's story. But Veronika's story has opened a wormhole, and I need to take my time with it. I want to be really transparent about why, so here goes. Since this mini-season launched, I've been inundated with texts, DMs, messages of all kinds. And these messages include tips, leads, names, victims wanting to tell me their experience with certain players in this story. And I've had to disguise voices and speak anonymously with folks on encrypted apps. I've spoken with current and former law enforcement officers who want nothing to do with going on the record because they're so terrified the district attorney in this county will ruin their lives. She's already tried to shut Veronika up, and she succeeded. She's also weaponizing her power against citizens speaking out on Veronika's behalf, like Kim Baylor, a local tattoo artist and activist, who has been speaking up about what she feels is corruption in the county. The DA slapped 18 charges of harassment on her. Remind you of anyone? Turtle Boy is facing 105 years in prison in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for witness intimidation. Is this the new system of justice in this country? Not if I have anything to do with it. What started as a somewhat confusing yet pretty straightforward case is becoming deeper and more convoluted the more I dig. New cases like Veronika's have emerged. New people, new perpetrators have seeped into my research, and I'm literally speaking with some of them right now. This is a whole lot bigger than I anticipated, and I just need more time to make sure I tell the story right, so I can shine a light on what this small community government seems to be trying to cover up. What's happening in Lebanon County, Pennsylvania isn't an anomaly. It's part of a larger pattern of violence against women and girls, sexual assault, sex trafficking, and the weaponization of small governments against their citizens. We need to talk about that too. I'm going to share it all with you, but not until it's ready, because I care more about getting to the truth and exposing corruption than I do hitting a release deadline. Episode 3 will drop on Tuesday, August 5th, and from that point on, we'll run weekly again. In the meantime, the best thing you can do is keep the pressure on. Talk about Veronika's story, share the episodes, repost on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, wherever you live online. Rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends, your family, because the more people are talking, the harder it is for the corruption to continue. Like Orwell said, in a time of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. I intend to start a revolution. Who's with me? All right, I'm heading back into the research and investigation, but here's a little teaser of what's coming next. When she was talking to you about the assault, was she making it, at that point, was she still under the impression, or at least in her, like in the confusion in her brain, was she thinking it was consensual? Were you one of those people that was, okay.
When she was talking to me about it, she's like, she was scared. She was very scared. I was one of the people who said, you need to go to the hospital, go get, the date, rate, kit done. I can't talk. But she was scared because she's like, I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like I should just let it go and sweep it under the rug. And I was like, what happened to you is not okay and it's not fair. And he should not be getting away with doing this and making you think, gaslighting essentially, that, this was consensual and it was a good time for everybody, because it clearly was not.
Right.
People are taking to the streets to demand accountability for District Attorney Pierre Hess-Graf.
Now we're going to cry rape, because it is the only way she can explain the sexual encounter and not get in trouble.
Rodriguez was convicted of 2 counts of illegal wiretapping and making false claims to law enforcement officials. A sentencing hearing is scheduled for August 20th, 2025.
Holy fuck, this is so much bigger than I thought it was. Dude, it's a sex trafficking ring. where he would share the girls like prey with his rich and powerful friends.
We weren't anything important to them at all. We weren't even a human being to them. We were just another toy to be passed around.
A couple of days after we talked, he started freaking out. I figured this is probably going to happen a bit with this case. It makes sense. Everyone's really scared of Pierre.
I have to tell you something. You can't tell anyone yet. Had dinner with the night before the verdict.
That's why these guys always have such this sort of outsized power, because they're big fish in a small pond.
Exactly.
You know?
No, grab her. Oh! He's running. And it's like, you fucking morons. You do not understand power dynamics and positions of authority and how this works. And so it's so important for me to tell these kind of stories, because I need the audience to understand that just because a woman is prosecuting the case and just because a woman is saying she's a stalker, this woman is not correct.
So what you're telling me is crosses over into case. The sex trafficking case. Can you prove it?
I don't know if she's even, the way that I'm trying to think is there even not a docket, because it's just an open investigation, the way that she had, I go over it a million times. Did they never actually make it a court docket? Is there no files actually charged? Because, again, look at her dad's receipts, all brushed under the rug. I have a feeling they might be telling her she has some kind of case, but, with no solid docket.
Had a badge. Where do you get the badge? Is it even real?
Now that my father's dead, I finally feel free to talk about this, because he sexually abused me for 16 fucking years, took child pornography of me. My mom was recording me getting raped by my father every single night for 16 fucking years. And she made money off of my child body. But unfortunately, with the statute of limitations, it's too late for me to press charges. But it's not too late for me to finally tell the entire world the fucking truth. The entire fucking truth. Roland Leon Doyle was my biological father, and he raped and sodomized me for 16 fucking years.
I want your audience to go forward. Now, if they get resistance or something happens to them, then they need to stand up for what, is, well, let's go to battle. You'll have plenty of support. And I'm not saying that all small communities acted in the same way that they did there in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. But I can tell you that, don't shy away from that. You were assaulted and you want something done. If the cops are doing something not proper or improper, go to the top. Go all the way to the top. Go to the DA's office. Go to the U.S. District Attorney's office. Or State's Attorney's office. Fight for what happened to you, and if any of your audience is listening to this and this happened to them, feel free to contact me, and, I'll help you in any way that I can. If it's just with advice, I can give you that. If you want me to look at your case, I can do that as well. Don't let that scare you away, please. Report your assault.